Good morning, Avids, and welcome to the show, which will start this week with a Monkeys track that was a UK Top 20 hit in '67, Pleasant Valley Sunday. Well, that was on the Monkeys' double A side in the US, where it got to number 3. And now for Avids Alert Part 1, with advance warning of requests coming up before 9 o'clock today. There'll be records for Len Hughes in Malden, Essex, Anthony Cummings, an expat living in Leidschendam in the Netherlands, John Darby of Wolverhampton, who's come up with a Playing Hard to Get contribution, and finally on side 1, John Ireland in Grimsby. But now for Neil Christian's follow-up to his only UK hit, That's Nice, in similar style and also written and produced by Mickey Dallon. This was called Whoops.
Right ground as I sat by the fire, looking sleepy like an old tomcat. She meowed, I'd rather play a record if you can do better than that. But what about your mama and your papa coming in and finding us making love? She said, that's all right, they're out of sight, dancing at a discotheque club. All around the world, a boy searches for a girl, somebody to love, 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 somebody to love. Woo, she said, as I put my hand up to stroke her hair. Whoop, she said, wouldn't it be better if we slipped into a chair? Girl, I said, if the job's worth doing, then the job's worth doing right. So settle down, 'cause you've run aground and there ain't no help in sight. All around the world, a boy searches for a girl, somebody to love, 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 somebody to love. 80 reps a minute like the clockwork toy gone wrong. Up, down, round, around, 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 and up, down. I can't take this for long. Girl, I'll never leave you. All I wanna do is please you, 'cause I'll never have a love like this. And I'll swear I'll wear the memory of tonight for as long as I'll live. Yeah. All around the world, a boy searches for a girl, somebody to love, 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 somebody to love. Somebody to love, 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 somebody to love, 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 somebody to love, love.
Neil Christian in 1966, when his record company, Strike, was experiencing financial difficulties. He was about to begin a major tour of Germany, and on the way to Dover, his van was pursued by a couple of large gents bent on repossession, as HP payments had not been made for months. But they finally agreed to let Neil keep the van until the end of the tour, after which it had to be returned. And now for Len Hughes' request, in which he says, whenever he hears the title Baby I Need Your Loving, it's always for the Four Tops version. I don't even remember it charting, but the Foremost did chart around 1964, he says, and in my humble opinion it was the better version. I'd love to hear it on the show. Well, so you shall.
I often hear I really need you. Another day, another night I really need you. I long to hold you tight. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Some say it's a sign of weakness for a man to beg. Then weak I'd rather be if it means having you to keep. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. If that night I call your name, oh, sometimes I wonder, will I ever be the same? Oh, yes. When you see me smiling, you know things have gotten worse. When he's smiling, you might see has all been rehearsed. Darling, I can't go on without you. This emptiness won't let me live without you. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving.
That was the fifth of 6 UK Top 40 hits by the Foremost, and a cover of the Four Tops' first American hit, which will have another Motown cover on side 2 this week. But right now, a minor American hit from 63, written by Ellie Greenwich, Jeff Barry and Phil Spector, and recorded by Darlene Love, now considered one of the legends of pop music, having sung backing vocals for artists ranging from Sam Cooke to the Beach Boys, and from Elvis to Sonny and Cher. This modest Hot 100 entry of Darlene's own was called A Fine, Fine Boy.
My boy. I got so much love in my heart for him that I really don't feel like me when he's not around. Yes, there are boys and there are boys, but he's a fine, fine boy. I want to tell the world about the boy I love, just the kind of guy I was dreaming of. He's so sincere when he holds me tight. When I'm blue, he makes me feel alright. He's a fine, fine, super fine boy.
Darlene Love. And now a Kinks hit which made number 5 in 1966 and was said by composer Ray Davies' brother Dave to be his favourite Kinks single, Dead End Street. A promotional film was made for this disc, shot in Kentish Town, with Dave dressed as a Victorian undertaker who was taken by surprise by a corpse leaping out of its coffin and chasing police down the street. There have been plans apparently by the local council to turn Little Green Street, the oldest road in Kentish Town, into a through road for heavy-duty vehicles, and Dave Davies has helped campaigners to protest against the scheme.
Apartment on the second floor. No money coming in. The rent collector's not trying to get in. We are strictly second class and we don't understand why we should be in Dead End Street. People are living in Dead End Street. I'm gonna die in Dead End Street. Apartment on the second floor. No chance to emigrate. I'm deep in debt and now it's much too late. We both want to work so hard, but we can't get the chance. People live on Dead End Street. People are dying on Dead End Street. We're gonna die on Dead End Street. Dying on Dead End Street. I'm gonna die on Dead End Street. Dead End Street, yeah. Dead End Street, yeah. Dead End Street, yeah. Head to my feet, yeah. Dead End Street, yeah. Dead End Street, yeah. Dead End Street, yeah. How do you feel? How do you feel? Dead End Street, Dead End Street.
From that Kinks hit of 66 to an example of pop on the screen from the previous year, and the fourth in the series of beach party movies, once again starring Frankie Avalon and Annette Funicello. After themes of surfing, water skiing and bodybuilding, this one turned its attention to skydiving and the mid-60s hippie scene. Donna Lauren was also in the cast, singing this song, specially written for her, It Only Hurts When I Cry.
I ever long for him. Sing him as time goes slowly by. I just go on, there's nothing wrong. It only hurts when I cry. Sure, I remember our first kiss, the way I loved him then. Sometimes I think a love like this could never happen again. So please don't worry if I sigh for him. You know that I'll get by. I'll just pretend that it's not the end. It only hurts when I cry. 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 Sure, I remember our first kiss, the way I loved him then. Sometimes I think a love like this could never happen again. So please don't worry if I sigh for him. You know that I'll get by. I'll just pretend it's not the end. It only hurts when I cry. It only hurts when I cry. It only hurts when I cry. It only hurts when I cry.
After the movie in which that appeared, Donna Lauren re-recorded the song for her one and only album for Capitol Records, where it was believed that she'd become a major recording and movie star, which she didn't, and is now a leading real estate agent in Hawaii. And next, one of the multitudes of records made during his career by Joe Meek. This one was with Billy Fury's younger brother Albie Wycherley, using the name Jason Eddy, and it's called What You Gonna Do, Baby?
I'm gonna cry my eyes out over you. I miss you with a passion so bad. I'm gonna walk a long, lonely mile. But each step I take, I'll be sad. Oh, what's it gonna do, baby? How you gonna feel, baby? What's it gonna do? How you gonna feel? What's it gonna do without me? You were a lost and wandering sheep with no place that you could call home. But I took you in and out of the cold, and now you think you're gonna make it alone. What's it gonna do, baby? How you gonna feel, baby? What's it gonna do? How you gonna feel? What's it gonna do without me? Maybe I'll live, and again I might die. Won't make a bit of difference, I know. You might just laugh when you say goodbye about breaking up inside of your soul. What's it gonna do, baby? How you gonna feel, baby? What's it gonna do? How you gonna feel? What's it gonna do without me? What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do, baby? What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do, baby? What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do, baby?
Jason Eddy and the Centermen, possibly best remembered for a bizarre interpretation of the Tommy Steele #1, Singing the Blues. And next, an American singer who had a somewhat harum-scarum career and lifestyle that's had a happy ending. This is Howard Tate who was once a member of the group The Gaynors, and then became the singer with Bill Doggett's band. Still regarded as a soul music underachiever, he nevertheless became popular with R&B fraternity. Between 67 and 72, recorded 3 albums before succumbing to drink and drugs. He then found his way again and became the pastor of a leading American church, and in 2004 went back into the studio and made an album called Howard Tate Rediscovered. Here's a track he cut in 65, Look at Granny Run Run.
Look at Granny run, run, and Grandpa running close behind. Look at Granny run, run, there's something on Granddaddy's mind. He went to the doctor, got a brand new pill. The doctor said, son, you ain't over the hill. Now he can't sit still. Great gosh almighty, won't you look at Granny go, go, faster than a Greyhound bus. Look at Granny go, go, now Grandpa's getting serious. He woke up in the middle of the night, so look at here, baby, everything's alright. Gave her such a fright. Great gosh almighty, won't you look at Granny run, run. Look at Granny run, run, but Grandpa's getting closer now. No matter how she run, run, he's gonna catch her anyhow. He said, Mama, stop your carrying on. All I want's a little love before I'm gone. Ain't a nothing wrong. Great gosh almighty, want you to look at Granny run, run. Look at Granny run, run. Look at Granny run, run.
A chapter from the life of Howard Tate. And now another request, and this one is from Anthony Cummings, a happy expat now living in Leidschendam in the Netherlands, who says he recently heard us play Creek Alley with its reference along the way to the Mugwumps, whom he's never heard. Were they any good? And has the collector got anything by them we can play, he wants to know? Well, yes to both questions, Anthony. The Mugwumps consisted of Mama Cass and another future member of the Mamas and Papas, Denny Doherty, with Zal Janowski, who went on to help form the Lovin' Spoonful, and Jim Hendrix, who'd been married to Cass Elliot and sang with her in a previous group, the Big Three. So here are the Mugwumps and I'll Remember Tonight.
Here we stand hand in hand, watching the stars shine, watching the stars shine. I'll remember tonight, and I too understand. Tonight you are mine, mine. Tonight you are mine, mine. I'll remember tonight. How long I've waited for a night like this. Come to me, I want to kiss you now. Now you're holding me in your arms, saying you
The late Mama Cass with the Mugwumps in 1964. And still on the subject of the early music of the mighty, we come to the first major hit by the Bee Gees. Newly arrived in the UK from Australia, they started to write a song while living in a rented house in Hendon, and they went to their record company to play some demos when suddenly there was a power cut. The group sat on the stairs while waiting for the restoration of electricity and imagined what it must have been like to be down the mines without light. And that inspired them to finish this song, New York Mining Disaster, 1941.
In the event of something happening to me, there is something I would like you all to see. It's just a photograph of someone that I knew. Have you seen my wife, Mr. Jones? Do you know what it's like on the outside? Don't go talking too loud, you'll cause a landslide, Mr. Jones. I keep straining my ears to hear a sound. Maybe someone is digging underground. Or have they given up and all gone home to bed, thinking those who once existed must be dead? Have you seen my wife, Mr. Jones? Do you know what it's like on the outside? Don't go talking too loud, you'll cause a landslide, Mr. Jones. In the event of something happening to me, there is something I would like you all to see. It's just a photograph of someone that I knew. Have you seen my wife, Mr. Jones? Do you know what it's like on the outside? Don't go talking too loud, you'll cause a landslide, Mr. Jones.
The Bee Gees' first major hit, top 20 in the US and the UK in 1967. And next, the story of Terry Knight, born Terence Knapp in Michigan, who was first a DJ on a local radio station. In 1965, he formed a rock band, Terry Knight and the Pack, who had a minor US hit with a revival of I Who Have Nothing. In 1967, two members of the band left to form Grand Funk Railroad, and Terry travelled to the UK in pursuit of a solo career with the Beatles' Apple label, but unfortunately the company rejected him. On the return flight, nevertheless, he wrote this song for himself, St. Paul.
I looked into the sky, everything was high, higher than it seemed to be to me, standing by the sea, thinking I was free. Did I hear you call, or was I dreaming then, St. Paul? You knew it all along, something had gone wrong. They couldn't hear your song of sadness in the air while they were crying out, beware your flowers and long hair, while you and Sergeant Pepper saw the writing on the wall. You saved 1 minute of your life to the future. They say they've got dues to pay today. You say it's a fool who plays it cool, sir. And if tomorrow comes, you know they'll all hear St. Paul say, what's new? Did Judas really talk to you, or did you put us on? I think there's something wrong. It's taken you too long to change the world. Sir Isaac Newton said it had to fall. Hessian Paul. One day life to the future. They say they've got dues to pay today. You say it's a fool who plays it cool, sir. And if tomorrow comes, you know they'll always St. Paul say, I read the news today, oh boy. Had a different view. Hey there, Paul, what's new? Did Judas talk to you, or did you put the whole world on? I think there's something wrong. It's taken you too long to change the world. Sir Isaac Newton told you it would fall. You didn't listen, St. Paul.
Terry Knight, whose trip to London had been financed by the Beatles' Apple label, which at least led to the creation of that song, and therefore serves as a reasonable introduction to this week's item in our A to Z of the Beatles, with a song from their album Let It Be, a traditional folk song called Maggie May about a notorious prostitute in Liverpool. In the mid-60s, there was a musical written about her, and a Liverpool club named after her. The Beatles had used the song in their early days, mainly as a warm-up number, eventually recording it in 1969, one of many non-original songs they recorded over 9 days that January, including Tracks of My Tears, Save the Last Dance for Me, and Not Fade Away. The fact they released Maggie May and not the others may be to do with John Lennon winding up Paul McCartney. John sequenced the Let It Be LP, and, uneasy about the sanctimony he heard in the title song, put this tale of a Liverpool whore directly after it.
Oh, dirty Maggie May, they have taken her away, and she never walked down Light Street anymore. Oh, the judge, she guilty found her, but up in the home of found her. That dirty, no good Robin Maggie May. 'Tis the part of Liverpool, did it turn me to £2.10 a week, that was my pay.
So, a relatively brief contribution to our Beatles A to Z today, but there'll be more next week, of course.
We may not always see them, but during the breeding season we certainly hear frogs. Males call for females, building the chorus almost like the instruments in an orchestra. So when it comes to attracting a mate, it's all in the performance. See frogs in a whole new light. Life in Cold Blood, Monday at 9 on BBC One.
La 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 la. And she said it's really a sin to be mean and cruel. So remember, if you're untrue, angels up in heaven are looking at you. You'll never get to heaven if you break my heart. So be very careful not to make us part. You won't get to heaven if you break my heart. Oh no. I've been hearing rumors about how you play around. Though I don't believe what I hear, still it gets me down. If you ever should say goodbye, it would be so awful. The angels would cry. You'll never get to heaven if you break my heart. So be very careful not to make us part. You won't get to heaven if you break my heart. Oh no. If you break my heart, if you break my heart, I can hardly wait for the day when we say I do. It's a day I dreamed of so long, now it's coming true. You will promise to cherish me. If you break your promise, the angels will see. You'll never get to heaven if you break my heart. So be very careful not to make us part. You won't get to heaven if you break my heart. Oh no. La 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 la.
Dionne Warwick with You'll Never Get to Heaven, a top 20 UK follow-up to her first top 40 hit here with another of Bacharach and David's songs, Walk On By. And from that, we come to one of the hardest to find tracks we've been asked for yet in our Playing Hard to Get feature. This letter was from John Darby of Wolverhampton. He says that 3 summers ago, he and his wife Anne-Marie and their daughter Emily, on holiday in Ballyshannon in Ireland, started a silly game of skimming discs at each other across the room of an upstairs floor, and one of them, thrown by Emily, disappeared out of the window into thorn bushes, where it was never found again. This was 200 Million Red Ants by the Marja Mood, which John says he first heard in the late 60s and dearly loved, but has never been able to get hold of another copy. Well, Phil says you'll soon be receiving an exclusive Sounds of the 60s Playing Hard to Get CD of the song, which was first released on the Whirl label, a subsidiary of the more renowned Dr. Bird label. And here it is now.
200 million red ants marching day and night, eating, destroying everything in sight. Why did we let them get so strong? Where has the green grass gone?
Well, Phil the Collector says he could find out nothing more about that disc or the group, the Marja Mood, though he feels sure that one or two avids will come up with more information. We shall see. But next, a record by Gene Shepherd, probably best remembered by country music fans as Ferlin Husky's duet partner on their 64-disc Second Fiddle to an Old Guitar. But 2 years later, she made this record a brief return to duetting with Grand Ole Opry star Ray Pillow, and a big humorous hit country divorce and makeup song titled I'll Take the Dog.
Well, we just left the courthouse this morning, and the judge said we could go our separate ways.
And everything we own must be divided, just like the separation papers say. You can keep the curtains and the tables and the chairs and all those dirty dishes in the sink.
Well, you can take the golf clubs and the television set and that lawnmower that's always on the blink.
You can keep all the records and the hi-fi set.
You can take that phony fireplace and the log.
You can keep the car.
So you can keep the boat.
And I'll take the dog.
No, I'll take the dog.
Oh, no, I'm gonna take the dog. Well, who's gonna bring me my paper?
Who's gonna keep me company?
You'll just have to give him up.
I ain't a parting with that pup. The dog belongs to me. Now hold on, Ray, you ain't gonna take this dog away from me. I'm the one that feeds him every day and who always takes care of him when he's sick.
Now wait just a minute, Jeannie, I guess you forget who it was that always took him to the vet and paid for all them shots at $7 a lick.
You can just forget about him.
I ain't leaving here without him.
Then you'll just have to stay.
I guess that's the only way.
Okay. I'll give back the curtains and the tables and the chairs, and I'll wash the dirty dishes in the sink.
And I won't take the golf clubs or the television set, and I'll fix that mower that's always on the blink.
We'll both listen to the records on the hi-fi set by the fireplace with its gas-burning log.
We'll go riding in our car,
and we'll go sailing in our boat, and we'll both take the dog. Yes, we'll both take the dog.
Come on, push it.
Here, baby. Oh, come to mama.
Here you go, Jeannie. You want me now?
Yes, darling. Let me just
go ahead and take it now.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, he sure is sweet.
From 1966, Gene Shepherd with Ray Pillow, who'd begun his career singing in rock bands. It brings us to our last side one request from John Ireland in Grimsby, who asks for a disc by Leonard Cohen, who, with Bob Dylan apparently, first got him interested in song lyrics becoming poetry and beyond Moon and June rhymes. Phil says it's an amazing fact that Cohen has sold millions of albums worldwide and dozens of his songs have become standards, but he's never charted with a single either in the UK or in America. Here's a song John Ireland suggests we play, inspired by a dancer who travelled the world as Suzanne Verdell McAllister and met Cohen while appearing in a club with her husband Armand. It's called Suzanne.
Suzanne takes you down to her place near the river. You can hear the boats go by. You can spend the night beside her. And you know that she's half crazy, but that's why you wanna be there. And she feeds you tea and oranges that come all the way from China. And just when you mean to tell her that you have no love to give her, then she gets you on her wavelength, and she lets the river answer that you've always been her lover. And you want to travel with her, and you want to travel blind, and you know know that she will trust you, for you've touched her perfect body with your mind. And Jesus was a sailor when he walked upon the water, and he spent a long time watching from his lonely wooden tower. And when he knew for certain only drowning men could see him, he said, all men will be sailors then until the sea shall free them. But he himself was broken long before the sky would open. Forsaken, almost human, he sank beneath your wisdom like a stone. And you want to travel with him, and you want to travel blind, and you think maybe you'll trust him, for he's touched your perfect body with his mind. Now Suzanne takes your hand and she leads you to the river. She is wearing rags and feathers from Salvation Army counters, and the sun pours down like honey on Our Lady of the Harbor. And she shows you where to look among the garbage and the flowers. There are heroes in the seaweed, there are children in the morning. They are leaning out for love, they will lean that way forever, while Suzanne holds the mirror. And you want to travel with her, and you want to travel blind, and you know you can trust her, for she's touched your perfect body with her mind.
Leonard Cohen with one of his own songs recorded in 1967. And so to the final track on side one, after which we shall break for the 9 o'clock Radio 2 news summary with lots more 60s goodies to follow on side two. Before the news, we have an international club favourite which failed to chart for Billy Preston on either side of the Atlantic, despite his association with the Beatles and the fact that just before the release of this record he'd made a name in music circles, playing keyboards for Sam Cooke and for Little Richard. He called this one Billy's Bag. Side 2 of Sounds of the 60s continues after the news. This is BBC Radio 2 online, on digital and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 9 o'clock. This is Ricky Salmon. The Archbishop of Canterbury has been defending his comments about Sharia law. A statement on Dr. Rowan Williams' website says he didn't call for the introduction of a parallel legal system, but he just wanted to discuss the rights of religious groups within a secular state. A lay member of the Church of England's General Synod, Alison Rourke, said the statement couldn't undo the harm which he'd done by entering the debate.
It puts my mind at rest that what he has tried to explain is better than what people's perception is. Having said that, the perception of people, anything to do with Sharia, is people are worried and scared and just don't quite understand what he was saying.
A group of MPs wants the government to do more to ensure that women are paid the same as men in similar jobs. The Commons Business and Enterprise Committee says ministers should consider making companies carry out audits of their wages. The Gay Police Association says there's been a big rise in the number of homophobic attacks on police officers by colleagues. It says some officers are using religious beliefs to justify their behaviour. The Deputy Chief Constable of Lancashire Police, Mike Cunningham, who speaks for the Association of Chief Police Officers on the issue, says he's trying to address the problem by issuing advice to managers.
Any form of homophobia has no place in the police, and people with all religious beliefs also have a right to hold a religious belief. Where that crosses the line is when it infringes on the rights of other individuals with whom they're working. And that sometimes is a complicated matter for managers to deal with.
Network Rail says millions of pounds of damage is being caused to railway lines and bridges by drivers who paid too much attention to their satellite navigation devices. 2,000 bridges are being hit every year by lorries travelling along roads which they shouldn't be on. The smoking ban in pubs and restaurants is reported to have had an unexpected and unwelcome side effect. As smokers have been forced outside, they're said to have caused a huge increase in litter in the streets. Here's Keith Doyle.
The Keep Britain Tidy campaign say the smoking ban has seen a massive increase in the amount of smoking-related litter on our streets. Its survey showed cigarette butts and packets strewn on 4 out of every 5 streets in the UK, a rise of 43%. It also reports a big increase in litter from fast food outlets. Councils say they're spending around £500 million in England and Wales on keeping our streets clean. They handed out 25% more fines and say more people littering with cigarette butts can expect to get them.
6 tickets in the UK have shared the record £95 million rollover jackpot in the Euro Millions lottery, with 10 winners in other European countries. No one managed to win the jackpot, so it was shared amongst the next level of winners. And the weather, there'll be some rain across Northern Ireland and Western Scotland. England and Wales will be mostly dry and sunny, and it will feel pleasantly warm. BBC News, 3 minutes past 9, are next at 10.
And side 2 of Sounds of the 60s. Band 1 was a US number 2 in 65 for Texas band Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs. Woolly Bully.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs. And now this week's remaining requesters listed in Avid Alert Part 2. We still have records to come for Twig Hall, who lives in Dunlow Avenue, but doesn't say where that is. Then Alan Jones in Oldham. And finally, our 3-in-a-row selector, Paul Walton, for his father David's 55th birthday, coming shortly. And here's an extraordinary record that was a big hit in America for British-born Ian Whitcomb, who made it in Dublin, where he was studying at Trinity College. He used to gig at nights with his band Bluesville, and in 65 scored a surprise minor US hit with This Sporting Life. A follow-up was called for, so he went back into a little potting shed of a studio owned by the late Eamon Andrews to record more songs. His backing group started jamming, and Ian joined in, making up a lyric as he went along, and the result was this novelty written more by chance than judgment, You Turn Me On. Song made up and recorded in 1965 by Ian Whitcomb, leading to this request from Twig Hall, who says, is it a chance you can find a single I heard in the 60s, probably on Radio Caroline, called Surfer Girl? It may have been by the Beach Boys, but I've never heard it played since those days. Well, it was first released in America as a double A-side disc together with Little Deuce Coupe. The group was originally named Kenny and the Cadets, then Carl and the Passions, briefly, before naming themselves the Pendletones, and finally settling on the Beach Boys.
Do you love me?
The Beach Boys, and the date on that one was 1963. And next from 1966, The Invitations, for whom a previous release, What's Wrong With Me Baby, became a popular Northern Soul hit. But the track we're going to play was a much sought-after single in the 60s. The Invitations' lead singer, William Morris, died in November 2004, aged 66. This release was called Skiing in the Snow. Invitations' original 66 recording of a song which would eventually be a number 12 in 1975 in the UK when covered by Wigan's Ovation. And from that we move on to this week's featured big ballad recorded by the athletically talented Johnny Mathis, who attended San Francisco State College where he set a record for the high jump and was invited to try out for the 1956 Olympics, which he declined because he'd already set his sights on a career in music. Signed to Columbia Records, his first album was heavily jazz-influenced and failed to make much impression. The label recognized his talent, though, and steered him away from jazz towards the ballad approach displayed on his first hit in 1957, Wonderful, Wonderful. But we're going to play a disc that was a top 10 hit in the UK for Mathis in 1960, My Love for You.
For you is deep and endless as the sea, strong and mighty as a tree. My love for you, my eager heart keeps beating just for you alone. since the moment it has known my love for you. There'll be no other lips, no other arms, no other love for me. Feeling as I do, how could there be? And so it will be far beyond eternity, ever faithful, ever true, my love for you. It will be far beyond eternity, ever faithful, ever true, my love for you, my love for
Johnny Mathis, who around that time was extremely popular in Britain, appearing at the no longer existent as such cabaret club, the Talk of the Town. Remember that? And here's a song you may remember as a hit in the UK, as covered by the Viscounts, but it was originally number 7 in the US, written and recorded by Barry Mann, Who Put the Bomb.
I'd like to thank the guy who wrote the song that made my baby fall in love with me. Who put the bomb in the bomb, bomb? Who put the rhyme in the rhyme-a-lime ding dong? Who put the bop in the bop, shabop, shabop? Who put the dip in the dip, dip, dip? Who was that man? I'd like to shake his hand. He made my baby fall in love with me. When my baby heard bom, 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 every word went right into her heart. And when she heard them singing rhyme-a-lime-a-lime-a-lime-a-lime-a ding dong, she said we'd never have to part. So who put the bump in the bump, bump, bump? Who put the rhyme in the rhyme-a-lime ding dong? Who put the bop in the bop, shabop, shabop? Who put the dip in the dip, dip, dip? Who was that man? I'd like to shake his hand. He made my baby fall in love with me. Each time that we're alone, boogity, 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 boogity shoot sets my baby's heart all aglow. And every time we dance to dip, 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 she always says she loves me so. So who put the bump in the bump, bump, bump? Who put the rhyme in the rhyme-a-lime ding dong? Who put the bop in the bop, shabop, shabop? Who put the dip in the dip, dip, dip? Who was that man? I'd like to shake his hand. He made my baby fall in love with me. Darling, bomb, 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 and my honey, ram-a-lama ding dong, forever. And when I say dip, 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 you know I mean it from the bottom of my boogity, boogity, boogity shoe.
A solo effort by Barry Mann, who wrote most of his early hits with his wife, Cynthia Wheel, including You've Lost That Lovin' Feeling. And next, a song you'd find on the Shout label's recently reissued 1968 album by Little Milton, If Walls Could Talk. As a child, this talented musician was much influenced by country music and remained so for much of his 50 years career. He picked cotton and did odd jobs to raise $14 to buy a Roy Rogers-style guitar he'd seen in a mail-order catalogue. His mother was disgusted and told him to send it back, but his father intervened and wisely allowed him to keep it. His first major impact in the music business came in 1965, when he was in the Billboard R&B charts for several weeks with We're Gonna Make It. Well, here's a song that Little Milton cut in 1968 called Blues, Get Off My Shoulder.
There's a cold, cold feeling in my heart. Oh Lord, it's trying to get bolder. Please, oh please, have pity on me. Get off my shoulder. You have ruined a perfect love affair. Oh, I believe to my soul right now, you're trying to get bold. Please, oh please, oh please, oh have a little pity on me, and blues, get on off my shoulder. I can't sleep at night. The tears keep on falling. The tears keep on falling down. My days would be brighter and my nights would be shorter if the blues would just quit hanging around. Oh Lord, you ruined a perfect love affair. And you're trying right now, I know you're trying to get closer. Please, oh please, oh please, have a little pity on me, and blues, get on off my shoulder. I want you to get away. Oh, you've caused me a lot of heartaches and pain. I've suffered with the blues so long, so long.
Milton Campbell, who was known professionally as Little Milton. And from that to your request, Alan Jones in Oldham, asking us to play You Beat Me to the Punch, the second single released by Tony Jackson with his group The Vibrations in 1964, after he'd split as bass player and vocalist with The Searchers. This had been expected to do better than his first solo effort, Bye Bye Baby, but that had only got to 38 in the charts, and unfortunately any further success eluded him and his band.
That day I first saw you, passing by. I wanted to know your name, but I was much too shy. 'Cause I've been looking at you so hard You beat me to the punch. You beat me that time. You beat me to the punch. You beat me to the punch. Oh, after I have known you for what seems such a long, long time, I wanted to ask you, would you please be mine? Whenever you came around, my heart would pound. So I guess you must have played your hand. So you came up to me and you asked me to be yours. You beat me to the punch. You beat me this time. You beat me to the punch. You beat me to the punch. Since I love you, I thought you would be true and love me tender. So I let my heart surrender to you. Ooh, yes I did. But I found out beyond a doubt one day you're just a plaything, and you go away and leave me blue. Ain't gonna wait around for you to put me down. This time I'm gonna play my hand and walk away this very next day and beat you to the punch. I'll beat you this time. I'll beat you to the punch. I'll beat you to the punch. I'll beat you to the punch.
Original member of the Searchers, the late Tony Jackson, who died from cirrhosis of the liver in August 2003, aged 65. We'll follow that with a group from New York, which had had several different names before settling on the name of a street on the Lower East Side and becoming the Rivingtons. Their best-known song was Papa Mau Mau, which came about when their bass singer, Rocky Wilson, was fooling around in the studio and sang the title line into the microphone, and producer Kim Foley was taken with the idea and helped them develop it into a complete song. But here's another track the Rivingtons cut in 1964, Happy Jack.
Stepping out, never seen a happy guy. Yes, and here's one thing that's a natural fact. There goes Happy Jack, always clean when he makes a scene. He's got all the fellas chicks in his pretty machine. Boy, I wish that I could live like that. Look yonder, there goes Happy Jack. Go Happy Jack. Go Happy Jack. Go Happy Jack. Go Happy Jack. Go. Always clean when he make that scene. He's got all the fellas chicks in his pretty machine. Boy, I wish that I could live like that. Look yonder, there goes Happy, always happy. There goes Happy Jack. There goes Happy, always happy. There goes Happy Jack. Oh, there goes Happy, always happy. There goes Happy Jack. One more time. There goes Happy, always happy. There goes Happy Jack.
Happy Jack by the Rivingtons, which came from their debut album, Doin' the Bird. And now for our final request this week, which is also for our 3 in a Row feature, sent to us by Paul Walton in Wakefield. We have to apologise first of all, Paul, because your choice was selected and placed in today's programme before we noticed that you'd asked us for this to be played on the 23rd for your father's 55th birthday on the 24th. So sorry about this, David, but hope that it won't spoil your pleasure too much. And together with all of your family, we do hope that you'll have a wonderful birthday in another 2 weeks' time. The records Paul has asked us to play for you will be, in order of appearance, River Deep Mountain High by Ike and Tina Turner, followed by I'm a Boy by The Who, both of those from 1966, and then finally from 1965, Bob Dylan's top 4 hits, Like a Rolling Stone.
When I was a little girl, I had a rag doll, only doll I've ever owned. Now I love you just the way I love that rag doll, but only now my love has grown, and it gets stronger in every way, and it gets deeper. Let me say
upon a time you dressed so fine, threw the bumps of dime in your prime. Then you, people call, say beware doll, you're bound to fall. You thought they were all kidding you. You used to laugh about everybody that was hanging out. Now you don't talk so loud. Now you don't seem so proud about having to be scrounging your next meal. How does it feel? How does it feel to be without a home? Like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone. Ah, you've gone to the finest school, all right, Miss Lonely, but you know you only used to get juiced in it. Nobody's ever taught you how to live out on the street, and now you're gonna have to get used to it. You say you never compromise with a mystery tramp, but now you realize he's not selling any alibis as you stare into the vacuum of his eyes and say, do you want to make a deal? How does it feel? How does it feel to be on your own with no direction home? A complete unknown, like a rolling stone. Ah, you never turned around to see the frowns on the jugglers and the clowns when they all did tricks for you. Never understood that it ain't no good. You shouldn't let other people get your kicks for you. You used to ride on a chrome horse with your diplomat, who carried on his shoulder a Siamese cat. Ain't it hard when you discover that he really wasn't where it's at? After he took from you everything he could steal. How does it feel? How does it feel to have you on your own? No direction home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone. Ah, princess on a steeple and all the pretty people, they're all drinking, thinking that they got it made, exchanging all precious gifts. But you better take your diamond ring, you better pawn it, babe. You used to be so amused at Napoleon in rags and the language that he used. Go to him now, he calls you, you can't refuse. When you ain't got nothing, you got nothing to lose. You're invisible now. no secrets to conceal. How does it feel? How does it feel to be on your own with no direction home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone?
3 in a row, especially for the fairly imminent 51st birthday of David Walton in Wakefield. By the way, that last Bob Dylan hit featured the future Blood, Sweat and Tears founder and keyboard player Al Cooper. The next artist is Robert John Pedrick, who recorded as Robert John and cut his first record at the age of 12. In 1979, he topped the US charts with Sad Eyes, but in 1968 he'd had this top 50 entry, If You Don't Want My Love.
I have given you time for spending my hours, the fine things I bought for you, the many things I've done for you, but now you say we are through. I've given you rhyme explaining the weather, many things I've turned your way, I taught you all the things to say, but now you say we are through. If you don't want my love, if you don't want my love, if you don't want given you time for spending my hours, the fine things I bought for you, the many things I've done for you, but now you say we are through. If you don't want my love, if you don't want my love, if you don't want my love, if you don't want me,
They were one of the most successful boy bands of the 1970s.
Check out this little kid who was dancing like James Brown. It was unbelievable.
Motown Records' last great act.
Even then, there was a sense, God, these guys are so young. What's it doing to them?
Fast-tracking their individual members to superstar status.
With rumours of a major reunion, join me, Trevor Nelson, for the story of the Jackson 5. Tonight at 8, online, on digital, and on 88 to 91 FM, BBC Radio 2.
And that was our TV theme for this week from the series which ran from 1959 to 1963, based on the novel by Eliot Ness and Oscar Fraley, The Untouchables, the first drama series to be produced by Desilu Productions, owned by Lucille Ball and her husband at that time, Desi Arnaz. The cast included Robert Stack as Eliot Ness himself, and the theme music was written by Nelson Riddle and played by his orchestra. And now a Birmingham group which apparently owed a lot to the Move, the Lemon Tree. In 1968, this wasn't a hit despite huge publicity campaign. William Chalker's Time Machine. Birmingham band The Lemon Tree, who had taken their name from the title of a Roy Wood song. After one further unsuccessful single, they called it a day. And so to a Ben E. King record that was a hit for him on both sides of the Atlantic in 1961, after his departure from the Drifters. The track we'll play is First Taste of Love, issued in the US as a double A-side with Spanish Harlem, which was the more popular of the two there. But in the UK, promotion was concentrated on First Taste of Love, which got him into the top 30 here.
The very first time you kissed me, it was so thrilling. What made it so great was I knew that your heart was willing. I never thought that I'd give love a try. Then you came a-walking by and gave me my first taste of love. The very first time you held me, it was so nice. I finally found this place they call paradise. Oh, I was such a sad and lonely guy. Then you came a-walking by and gave me my first taste of love. Your lips upon my lips, your arms around my waist. How can I forget that first taste?
bringing to an end another edition of Sounds of the 60s, compiled and directed by Phil the Collector Swern as a unique production for BBC Radio 2. And this is your old mate Brian Matthew saying that's a lot for this week. See you next week. Graham Norton follows the news. This is BBC Radio 2, online, on digital radio and on 88 to 91 FM.